What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Vikings Season 4, Episode 15. We are doing it back to back. We just came off a very stressful, very intense, a very oh my god, what the hell is going to happen episode.
Confused.
All of this talk about Ragnar dying and sending Ivar back to send a message to protect Ecbert, which I now don't believe is the case at all. I feel like the greater, bigger plan is to send Ivar back with a different message, to come back, ultimately get the revenge, annihilate everybody. That is where my head is at. I really don't want Ragnar to die.
No.
I don't know what the hell's going to happen with Lagertha, because Ube and Sigurd are both back home after their mother's death, and, you know, one wants a little bit of revenge, the other one does not. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? Where is your brain at right now?
Speechless. I just don't fucking know. Like, I don't, like, yep. That.
It's gotten to a point where it really is kind of like, because this show has done such a good job with all of its swerves, like, this feels a lot like Ragnar's previous death.
Yeah.
Where they're like really hitting you over the head with it. But at the same time, you know, it was Sigurd who was like, Ragnar Lothbrok can't die. Like, that line makes me very nervous. But at the same time, but his prophecy is the day that he dies is the day that the blind man sees him. Who is that? Is that Ecbert? Is that someone else? I think you mentioned in the last video that you kind of felt like Ragnar was buttering up Ivar just to get him to go home. I think he's buttering up Ecbert to get him, like, he put something in his brain that he is craving, which is
power. He likes
and all of the land, and having Ayla be eliminated, where I really think the message going home.
That makes sense.
And I hope we find out very quickly off the top of this episode. I think the ultimate message is to be like, hey, Ivar, go back home, tell all the people, including your brothers, that all these motherfuckers are going to die.
Right.
I feel like that's where Ragnar's brain's going to be, because that's got to be the bigger plan that he had kind of talked about and kind of revealed to Ecbert. So we're coming off a back-to-back. We're a little antsy to get into this episode.
Yes.
Do you have any other thoughts?
No.
Let's go.
I have a ship waiting to take your son, Ivar, back to your kingdom.
I need to say goodbye to him.
I'll have him brought to you.
I want to talk to him alone.
Wouldn't that be a red flag?
I feel like it should be, but maybe it's not for Ecbert right now, because he's like calling him friend and shit.
I have some good news. You are going home.
I'm not going without you.
You aren't going to release me. I have to die.
And I'll die too. I'm thinking of being burned alive.
Don't be stupid. It is far more important that you stay alive. Out of all of my sons, it was you I wanted to bring here. And it is you that I believe is the most important to the future of our people. I'm just about prepared to believe you. Shut up and listen, idiot. You have many gifts. Anger is a gift. What is in here is a gift. You do not think like other men. You are unpredictable. And that will serve you well. Use your anger intelligently. And I promise you, my son, that one day the whole world will know and fear Ivar the Boneless.
I wish I wasn't so angry all the time.
Then you would be nothing.
Might have been happy.
Happiness is nothing.
I was only joking, idiot.
Ecbert is handing me over to King Ayla, who will kill me.
Then me and all my brothers will seek him for revenge, and you know that.
Oh, you must seek revenge, but not on Ayla.
Oh.
On Ecbert.
You totally called that. Oh, bitch.
Everyone will always underestimate you. You must make them pay for it.
Fuck, dude.
will, Father.
Don't cry. No, don't start crying.
Be ruthless.
I'm sweating.
Don't do that.
Move out!
He's probably gonna kill you one day, just so you know. I'm not ready for this.
When Ivar started
I
crying.
would wish things were otherwise, but I have no power to change them. I must do something that I would not wish on anyone. I have to destroy something, someone truly great, and I have to commit a friend to death. Well, I've no doubt Ayla will enjoy the sight of your death. I'm sure he'll make it a big spectacle.
So I will have the chance to speak.
I'll talk about the gods, about my joy of entering Valhalla.
Even though you don't believe it.
I don't. But my sons do. My people do. Faith is as important to them as it is to you, King Ecbert.
So he's gonna give back for the entire settlement soon. Is that his way of like showing his people like, hey look, I made right on it?
Maybe.
This was your father's. May he comfort you as it has comforted me.
Thank you. I'll never forget you.
I think it will console you to know, in the end, Andersen chose your God.
That's a sight. No, I don't. He's not. No. He's not gonna let this shit happen.
I've heard a lot about you. 8 foot tall. Killed thousands of my countrymen. Eats children.
Slow down.
The last one's not true.
I be none of it's true. I can smell the feel of everyone around.
Is that a blind man right there?
They're terrified you're going to kill them.
You're blind.
Sure am. I can see you, Ragnar Lothbrok.
Fucking shit.
I can see you.
The day the fucking blind man sees him.
When will we reach King Ellyse?
Not until tomorrow.
So the seer was wrong?
You and your gods are wrong. You see, I guided my fate. I fashioned the course of my life and my death. Me, not you, not the gods. Me. This was my idea, to come here to die. I don't believe in the gods' existence. Man is the master of his own fate, not the gods. The gods are man's creation, to give answers that they are too afraid to give themselves.
You may be right, Ragnar Lothbrok. I am only the seer, and I may have been wrong.
What did you say?
I didn't say anything.
Damn.
The seer may have been wrong. What the fuck is going on? That shit was kind of emotional.
Is it Ecbert? Yes, it fucking is.
What the hell is he doing?
Where are you going? What are you doing? Is Ecbert gonna like walk the same? How can they? How can he keep up?
Don't kill me. Without the word of God, there is only darkness.
Are those Ecbert's feet? What is happening?
This is a good day, Ragnar Lothbrok. The souls of every innocent Christian that you and your pagans slaughtered shall escape from their purgatory and sing Alleluia. God has chosen me without doubt as the instrument of his judgments. Ask for absolution.
That's why we should sail west. Great towns and cities, treasures, horse of gold and silver, and a new god.
Ask for absolution.
Did he just fucking stab him?
Ask for absolution.
Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker, you piece of shit.
How the little piggies will grunt when they hear how the old bull suffered.
Not unto us, O Lord, not unto us, but unto thy name give glory.
What?
It gladdens me to know that Odin prepares for a feast. Soon I shall be drinking ale from curved horns. This hero that comes into Valhalla does not lament his death. I shall not enter Odin's hall with fear. There, I shall wait for my sons to join me. And when they do, I will bask in their tales of triumph. The Asir will welcome me. My death comes without apology. And I welcome the Valkyries to summon me home.
Where is their father? King Ecbert handed him over to King Ela, knowing that Ela would kill him. Our father is probably dead by now, and we will have to avenge him. Mother is dead. Lagertha killed her. Lagertha is now Queen of Kattegat.
Shit.
He's gonna fucking kill her.
Her mother is dead.
I mean, Ragnar said anybody who... Oh my god. Oh, fuck, what is this? Him to use his anger intelligently. Ragnar to be dead.
I don't really have a whole lot to say. That fucking sucks. All I hope is Ivar shows up and just fucking destroys all of them.
But I feel like he's gonna kill Lagertha.
I mean,
I understand why he would want to kill Lagertha. I don't want Lagertha to die.
that was really brutal.
It was pretty bad.
It was really drawn out. It was long.
It was torture.
He was tortured. He kept fighting. It felt very much like William Wallace situation, to where he just refused to just say what they wanted and wouldn't stop fighting until it was just King Ela and his fucking snakes. I mean, that's got to be a awful way to die.
It's slow and painful, seems that way.
I mean, it's like lethal injection basically, which probably is less painful than other ways you could die, I guess, maybe, but like getting bit by a bunch of big ass snakes couldn't possibly feel good.
They just fucking close it up.
I mean, obviously, again, we're watching this story being told through the eyes of a certain group and a certain individual. So, of course, in my head, I'm going to want Ivar and the Vikings to come back and get revenge. Obviously, looking at it from both perspectives, like, yeah.
I get it.
It makes sense. Like, Ragnar deserved to be tortured and killed. He was the leader of a group that slaughtered a whole bunch of people, innocent people. But, again, this is a TV show. I know this is based off of history. But, again, it's a story, and the story is being told from a certain perspective, which is why I hope for a certain outcome. And obviously, history has already been written, so this stuff is already played out. But I'm really hoping that Ivar could fulfill his father's message. And I mean, I know the message is to go get revenge on Ecbert, but like the way Ayla just handled that was just like, it made me kind of mad.
Yeah. Same.
And Ecbert, like, he fucking hook, line, and sinker. He fell. He was there to support, like, basically witness Ragnar's death. And
Well, I think he felt bad about it. That's why he walked that whole way.
Yeah. But, I mean...
He either felt bad about it or he needed to see it for his own eyes.
Right. I think I mean, you could tell that he was very emotional in the moment. And, I mean, they did have a connection, regardless if they were enemies or not. Like, they bonded. That whole flashback scene was brutal.
That was... really got me going.
I mean, I forgot that Ragnar even looked like that.
I know, right? He's been like this for so long.
Like
when he was, you know, being with Lagertha and all of his boys, it's just like the moments with Bjorn and just...
That was... I mean, it was impossible to avoid. Like, they played it up so much. The last... feels like 2 seasons of this show have been geared around his death. Like
preparing us
as much like, and it doesn't, like, we talked about it before, but like, it's so much different than my other favorite dude's death that I won't mention, just for the fact that, like, that was so sudden and out of nowhere. But it felt like this show has been building so much to the like, you even told us the day that it, like, the day the blind man sees you. It's like, we've been hinting at his death for so long, and it was still so... It was so impactful. Like, that shit hit so hard. Like, as much as I was like, every episode since the last time he died, like, I've been just waiting for it to happen, basically.
Yeah, same.
And
like, oh, is it gonna happen today? Is it gonna happen today?
Especially since he, like, came back after the failure in Paris, and it was like, it's just like, at what point is he gonna be put out of his misery? Because that's what it felt like he wanted. But I mean, look, gotta give it up to him. He had a plan. He followed the plan. We'll see if the plan, like, plays out the way that he envisioned. I don't know if he's gonna appreciate Lagertha getting slaughtered by Ivar, because that's probably what feels like is gonna happen at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, is he gonna do his friggin', like, night crawl shit and, like, sneak into her room and
just fucking kill her?
Which, I mean,
I feel like
again,
Astrid is gonna have something to do with that.
Yeah, I mean, she watches her back, but again, like, Lagertha shot her in the fucking back. Like, that's fucking weak. Like, if you're gonna kill her, like...
But she's a witch, though.
Like,
I feel like she would have done something back to Lagertha.
I don't know.
Or she was waiting for Lagertha to shoot her in the back. I feel like she knew... probably knew that was happening.
She did see it coming. So... But, I mean, this is rough. I mean, it was definitely a moment that obviously we've both been preparing for, because they've been hitting it over our heads with him dying. But, you know, the legacy's got to be carried on. His son's got to do him good. And, you know, it's one of those really interesting things. Like, what is this show without him? Like, what is the focal point? Is Ivar now, like, the focal point? Is it Bjorn? Like, we haven't seen them in, it feels like, 3 episodes, but it's really only been 2 episodes. It just feels like it's been a while. But is it going to be Rollo? Is it going to be Ivar? Like, is it going to be Uber? Like, what is the focal point of the story? Like, obviously the show's not called Ragnar Lothbrok. It's called Vikings for a reason. But, like, I'm really interested to see how and if they could carry this without, because, I mean, regardless of what your feelings are of him, like, he is an amazing character.
Totally, 100%.
Like, he's full of flaws, but at the same time, like, he's so interesting. He's a badass. He's got a good heart, like, to defend and fight for his people. Like, he really loved certain people that were like close to him.
He's got
like,
a very interesting relationship.
Yeah, and his level of commitment to the people that he feels connected to is just insane. Like, it's just so wild. And he's, of course, like, he went through like a drug addiction on this show, and he went through this whole he went through this whole thing of ditching out on all those people and just disappearing for a whole bunch of years, and wasn't the best father and wasn't the best husband and has done a whole bunch of stuff. But I feel like all of that added to make him as complex of a character as he was. It's just, he wasn't like this super powerful god guy who did nothing wrong. Like, he had his faults, he had his flaws, but at the same time, like, he was a total badass. And you better be dead. Like, you better not be fucking crawling out of that snake pit.
No,
like,
man, that was it. Come on. No bringing him back.
I mean, a dude didn't jump out of a fucking coffin when we thought he was dead.
Yep.
But, yeah, like, that... I mean, if that's... I don't think that's the last we'll see of him.
No,
I'm sure he'll...
flashbacks.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll appear in plenty of scenes and other things, because, you know, he's Ragnar Lothbrok. Don't really have the energy to go hard on that right now, but got on my shirt. But yeah, like, he's gonna go down in my top list of favorite characters. Like, the dude was
100%.
awesome.
Absolutely, same.
He's super dope, super awesome, and the guy went on a fucking crazy journey. Like, his character arc was absolutely insane. Just went from like warrior farmer dude who had a nice family to becoming Earl, to then becoming king, to then becoming a drug addict, and then disappearing for a whole bunch, and then setting up this plan to like get revenge for all of his people. And it's like, y'all better not let him down. Y'all better not let me down. You better revenge that Ragnar Lothbrok. You better respect the name too.
Oh my god. All right.
Do you have any other thoughts?
It's hot in here.
Yeah.
I know when you're upset because you're sweating.
Yeah, I was sweating, and I was definitely sweating. I'm sweating right now just thinking about what the next episode's going to even look like without him.
I know, you're radiating heat.
Just the level, like, it's going to feel like the end of Braveheart, where it's like this really big inspirational speech, like William Wallace, like, I'm trying to draw a total blank on what he says at the end because I'm kind of flustered right now, but it's like, the fact that William Wallace died for you, now go die for him. It's like, it feels like that's going to be the kind of thing that, like, I don't know if you're going to want a whole bunch of Vikings showing up on your front door.
Right.
With the idea of, like, revenge and anger and just all this built up aggression. Because it's like, they were hard to deal with when they were just showing up because they wanted stuff.
Yeah, you might have wanted to kill Ivar. You may not have wanted to send him back.
Like, just the idea that, like, the potential of them showing up with all of this revenge and anger and just extra motivation to just go kill. It's like, that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Especially, like, if Ivar releases everything that is in him.
Oh my god, no.
Like,
that's terrifying right there.
So, it's hard to think about this show without him because we've literally met him the first minute this show started. And now we've still got like 25 episodes, 24 episodes left without him. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this goes. So, all right, y'all, that's gonna do it. Leave some comments down below. I am fucking exhausted.
I'm sweating.
Every time something like this happens, it just drains me completely, just done. So yeah, leave them comments, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and we'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.